think this sound is better. Today we want to explore this idea of being committed to staying on the spiritual path. So the Science of Mind Center for Spiritual Living Morristown has a wonderful website, and we're working on updating it. And there's a really easy way to give. You can text to give, and you can go on our website as a way to support the beautiful work we're doing here. So we want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time of day you're watching us or where you are in the world. Say hello, ask us questions, make comments, share this page, share about what we're doing, start a watch party, go to Twitter, Meetup, Facebook, YouTube, we're all over the place, even Instagram, and hit the bubble so we know that you're watching us. We're very, very grateful to have 3 musical guests with us today. Of course, we have the ever amazing James Brough on keyboard, and we have Richie McClusky on drums, and we have a beautiful singer today, Tanesha Gary, who is a star on Broadway, TV, and on film. She's a lover of life and a humble servant of God, and we're so grateful that she's with us today. So I'm reminding myself to keep a good eye on all this tech stuff. What I want to talk about today is, and we are back, little live streaming challenges. I was just getting started, so I will begin again, and I believe you get to hear that wonderful music you just heard. That we are staying on the path, because the theme for the month has been one journey, many paths. And so the first week was about following this divine thread that is moving through us, that is everywhere present, and to use love as a compass, and to continue to deepen our roots in the truth so that our branches grow big and wide. And so now we are staying on the path, and the idea of how can we be more solidly aware that there is a path and that we can stay on it. And even when we don't, there are reasons. So it's Lao Tzu who said 2,000 years ago, the way is easy. Stay on the path. The way is easy. Stay on the path. And you might be saying easier said than done, right? What if it's not? What if it's easy? It requires a clear vision. It requires that you and I know who we are, where we are going, what we are doing, and what our purpose is. And that requires a fine-tuning all the time. That means that we have to mind our mind and really care for our hearts, knowing that the mind and the heart are profoundly connected, are ever one, and can never be separated. It is Henry Nouwen, the Dutch philosopher, who said, when we persevere with the help of a gentle discipline, we slowly come to hear the still small voice and to feel the delicate breeze, and so to come to know the presence of love. And the key word is gentle, to be gently with ourselves, to move gently within ourselves, to move gently on our journey, and to be aware of the presence of love, always and in all ways. The reason is because we will stray. Is that 100% sure? I would say maybe 99. We will stray. What if that is built into our experience so that we can evolve, so that we can learn some things about ourselves, so we can increase self-knowledge, so we can become more aware? So maybe it is a natural part of the process. And the key is that we trust it instead of curse it. That we love it instead of fear it. We know what happens in the difference. Many years ago, I was in 12-step programs. I tried many. I was in ACOA, in Al-Anon, in OA, and it wasn't until just before I experienced a healing in that area of my life, because I personally don't believe I have to be in it forever. There is an evolution, right? And that may not be true for everyone, but it was true for me, was that my sponsor in OA told me that relapse is a gift. And it blew my mind. Relapse is a gift? Yes, because it gets you closer to your healing, closer to your vision for yourself, closer to your own awakening of your wholeness and your completeness. And so, how do we stray? What happens when we stray? Do you stray? What makes you stray? What distracts you from your true nature? What distracts you from who and what you really are? What distracts you from your higher purpose? Those are important questions for us to answer. What happens when we experience fear? When we experience fear, we stray because fear leads us on a different path than love does. Maybe your way of straying is that you get a little lazy. I feel like having ice cream today. I don't want to meditate. Or I'm not going to do that class because I'm too busy. All those things that we do when we get a little bit lazy on the path that make us stray, right? And then there is this going unconscious, this forgetfulness that happens because we live in this dance of forgetting, remembering. And when we forget who and what we are, what our purpose is, we tend to stray. And then there are obstacles on the path. We all experience obstacles at one time or another, maybe a health issue, maybe a relationship challenge, maybe a career issue, maybe a financial issue. Those things, those obstacles are really there to say, how deeply do you believe in your own true nature? How deeply do you know who and what you really are? It's like the boats and the planes that know where they're going, but they kind of zigzag because they meet obstacles and they go around them and then they're back on course. It's the same for us. It's Louisa May Alcott who said in the book Little Women, "I'm not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship." I am not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship. How is that true for you? How is that true for me? I asked the question. I'm definitely learning to sail a ship at the moment because the challenges that I'm experiencing, I'm embracing them. I'm not fighting them. I am seeing the opportunity to demonstrate my faith in this wonderful teaching, not being punished or cursed in any way. And so it requires that we stay on our vision, and the ultimate vision is freedom, right? Isn't that what we all want? Is freedom instead of being imprisoned? When we stay focused on the storm instead of where we are going, where we're sailing our ship, we're going to feel imprisoned. But when we know where we're going, we embrace more and more freedom. So I talked about staying on the path. I talked about straying from the path. And now let's freaking slay the path. Let us slay this human experience and say, I got this. I am going to rock this one. Because nothing outside of me can slay me. I'm the slayer. And so that means that we're going to have more fun. We're going to lighten up. We're going to feel more free. We're going to play with it. We're going to feel joy as we navigate our way around or through the obstacles, because we know where we're going. We know where the vision is, and we're going to do it. We're going to slay this path by walking our talk. Not just thinking about it or reading another book or taking another course, but actually embodying the principles and experimenting with them, living them. It just means that we're called to live more deeply, to live more purposefully, and to truly live the wisdom that is already within us. That requires clarity. That means that we have to rely on something higher within us, not the part of us that's confused, but the clarity that's already within us. The clarity of knowing who you are in this moment, not next week or next month. The clarity of who you are in this moment, the clarity of where you're going, the clarity of what you're doing, the clarity of your purpose. And I often hear people say, I don't know. Well, you do know. You do know. You must begin where you are, and then you can think about where you're going. So it's kind of the slaying part is like a refresh, like I had to do with this live stream. I had to refresh to get back on track, right? Sometimes we have to refresh. We have to turn it all off and turn it all back on and start all over. That's okay. It's just an experiment. And so it's in the refresh, in the decision to refresh, that we expand in consciousness, that we experience more freedom, and that we realize that we're not just doing it for our ego nature. We're not just doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for everyone. We're being the example for everyone else around us. Not by preaching, but by being it. Because there's only one life. There's only one mind. There's only one truth. It's all connected. Love thy neighbor as thyself. It's our mirror image, and it invites us to have that clarity so that we can be of service with our own clarity in the world. So keep on moving. Keep embracing the deeper gift of freedom, and keep trusting and knowing that you are already on a path, and that you get to clarify what that path is, and that when you stray, you will know how to get back on the path so that you can slay that beautiful life of yours. So now we have a little more music, and then I will be back to close us up. Okay. On this last day of February and Black History Month, what a perfectly beautiful song. Thank you so much, Tanesha, for being with us, and Richie, and of course, James. We get to hear one more song that you can sing along and dance along with. I want to thank everybody who donated coats and scarves and hats. We had a big overflowing container today, the last day, and we're so grateful. These will be sent to NJ Nourish in Morristown, and they are deeply, deeply grateful. We have Michael Malik, who's here today with us, doing a root chakra workshop on March 8th. That's from 7 to 8:30 p.m. You must be receiving our emails so that everything you need for that information is on there. If you're not, let us know. We'll sign you up for our newsletter. And then we have the beautiful Reverend Janice Ballera teaching a monthly course through the rest of the year called Transformation 2021. It's once a month for 10 months starting on March 17th. So take a peek on all that good stuff happening on our website, www.cslmorristown.org. And let's move into deeper awareness through a spiritual mind treatment. So right here, right now, I open my mind and my heart to the experience at hand. And when I say I, my, me, I simply speak from and to the divinity within each and every one of us, because there is only one I am. It is the I am. It is the presence and the power of the divine. It is the healing energy and life force that moves through my body and encircles my life and allows me to know that all is well, that life is unfolding in sweet perfection. And no matter whether I stay on the path, I stray from the path, or I slay my path, all of it is for my freedom, for my good, and for my awakening. I'm so grateful to everybody that's a part of this celebration today. And even with the blips regarding the internet, or maybe my computer, I know that the message is a message of love, a message of inspiration, a message of support that is now alive and well forevermore in the unisphere. So we let the blessing of this moment inspire all of us, being the inspiration that Spirit made me to be as a unique individualized expression. And so it is. One more song.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. This is my message to you. So don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Yeah, singing don't worry about a thing, every little thing is gonna be alright.
Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitched at my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Hey, hey, hey.
Don't worry
About a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry
singing don't
about
worry.
a thing,
Every little thing
is gonna be alright. Don't worry
about a thing.
about a thing.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause
Every little thing is gonna be alright. What you say, Jane?
I said don't worry.
I said don't worry.
I ain't gonna worry.
Ain't gonna worry, no. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Say it one more time.
Every little thing now.
Now, about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright.